What up, world? Welcome to another edition of Two Sides to Opinion podcast. I'm your host, and I got my amigos with me, Coach Josh and Mr. Joshua Jones. How you fellas doing today?
Great, like Tony the Tiger, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Good, good, good. Always doing good.
If you guys know, we talk about sports here. This is what we do. We have back and forth. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't, and then sometimes there's always that one person that's completely off topic. It happens, but
It's
we'll
normally
get it.
coach.
We'll get it started, man. We got a lot to talk about. Let's jump right in. Let's get this thing going, popping and rolling, man. As you guys know, we have the conference finals on both sides going on, so we'll take a look deeper into the Spurs versus Thunder Western Conference Finals. It's a lot of questions to ask with this series, and I know both of you guys are like this series, and you probably figured the champ is eventually going to come out of this series, as I believe as well. I asked the question, which is, how are you feeling about the Spurs Thunder Western Conference Final showdown, and who has the edge and why? I'll start with you, Jones. Go ahead, man.
Well, so first of all, thank you. I appreciate you bringing this up because I know we had been talking about this in the group chat. So here's where here's where I'm at. SGA is the most boring superstar in the history of basketball. The game one, he really, I don't know, I didn't feel like it was, a whole lot of whistles, just for the benefit of OKC. That being said, Wemby cannot do it himself, right? 21, 22 turnovers a game is not going to cut it. I think they lucked out in the first game having 21 turnovers. Wemby, turned on the superhero pack, and he was able to, will his team back to will his team to a win. Who has the stones to, with 24 seconds left to come down and pull up a logo three, no hesitation, nothing but net.
Hold
right?
on. Speaking of that actually he copied somebody else, so we got to chill. We got to chill. He copied somebody else. Somebody already did that. Don't act like you don't remember who did that.
Who did it? Go ahead.
There's a dude up there in Golden State. Mm-hmm. I remember specifically in the playoff game, just as such, came down, and he might have been a little bit deeper. Am I lying?
Yeah, but was he in year two?
No, he wasn't in year two, man.
No, is he 7'4"? No,
nope.
The reason I'm bringing it up, right? He's a young guy, right? New into his career. It took Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and that whole team to kind of, a few years to gel together, right? New coaching staff coming along, right? Wemby is doing all of this by himself. I'll tell you what, I was sitting there watching the game, and they got Caruso guarding Wemby. Why is he not touching the ball every time they come down? The offense needs to run through him, and Castle, he acts like this is his team. Castle is a liability. Listen, if we get one great dunk per 5 turnovers, the math ain't mathing. The ratio ain't good.
I got to pause you on that. I disagree, big dog. Castle was
go ahead.
It's just as much important as Wemby.
How many turnovers he had?
No, don't get me wrong. He's turning the ball over. You're absolutely right. He is.
Hold on, and let me ask you this question as well, because both of you gentlemen coach, correct?
Correct.
You had a star player, pro player on your team, turn the ball over as much as he is. What would you do with him?
Well, it's like I told you. You and I both had this. You and I had this talk already over chat, over our group text.
Mm-hmm.
In the times that he's turning the ball over, there's no De'Aaron Fox, and there's no Harper. no Harper.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have. He's their best
So-
option to handle the ball. So
when
I
they
told
did have Harper in game one, they had Harper in game one. He still turned the ball over.
Look, see, thank you, Justin. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, that was my other bullet point. Fox is never available. Where's he at?
No, there's been more. When they took game one, any inclination of you got something tweaked or not, I'm not playing you, because we took game one, we're going home with a split. That's anything we want to do is go home with a split. So I'm definitely not playing him in the second game just to give him that rest, because you got to remember now they're not going on 2 days rest anymore. It's one day and we going again. It's one day and we going again. So that I understand everything that's happening. They're just young. You got to remember
absolutely.
These Spurs are really young. I'll give you my take. My take on this is the referees. And I'm gonna give you a prime example.
Talk to me.
Wemby's trying to go block a shot. And old boy's got his wrist locked up in his hand. He won't let him go. Wemby's trying to get into his post. He's hooking him underneath. I mean, I know Wemby flops from time to time, but some of the things he's having happen to him should be called as foul. We talk about that OKC whistle a couple years ago when they was playing Jokic and they put Caruso on Jokic. He fouled him 95% of the time. They just wasn't calling. They're doing the same thing with Wemby right now. They're fouling Wemby and they're fouling Wemby, and I get it. They don't want it to be a foul fest, but bro, some of those calls are atrocious in the aspect of he can't go block the 5 shots. He needs to go block because somebody's holding him down. And let's not talk about Chet Holmgren. Where is he at right now?
Right.
Chet, I feel like Chet don't want no part. I told y'all last night when they pulled him off the court and put Caruso on and they had Hardenstein guarding him. I was like, yo, where's Chet? That's got to be an insult, bro.
Hold on. Hey, Chet, they want you, bro. No, he over here with me because he definitely ain't playing basketball.
Coach, what you got, Coach?
I'm gonna tell you this, man. I don't mind Shea getting calls, but Shea won the MVP, not the Oklahoma City Thunder. Like, everybody get the same calls as Shea. Like, man, come on. Like, man, the referee's tripping, bro.
Because I agree with you.
And we are blatantly seeing fouls that are being done to Wemby, done to Castle, done to what's the other boy name? Champagne. Like, man, I'm watching this and I'm like, I can hear the slap like on the TV, bro. Like, man, come on, man. But man, you can see the holes. And I understand because I talked to a referee today and me and him was talking, and he was talking about when it comes to the NBA, it's mostly a flow of the game that they like. Because you're on a time limit, because you're on TV. So they only have so much time. So fouls will slow the game down. But come on, man. Come on. Like, bro, like.
So let me just interject real quick. And
before you go, let me talk to the guys in the chat. Justin and Marcus, who you guys got winning this series, and ultimately, what is the factor of why they won? But Jones, go ahead, do your thing, man.
Yeah, no. So I've seen Justin's comment. You know what I mean? But I hear you. But what I watched yesterday, and I forgot who it was. They palmed Castle's head like a bowling ball, grabbed him by his dress and everything. I mean, listen,
Hardenstein,
yeah, a foul is a foul, but that was egregious. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, because you go from one series to another series, right? Cat did the same thing, right? And he tried to hold on to defender's arm, and they called the foul, right?
Dude, they called it
uh,
tonight.
See, so you know, I don't know. I think they need to huddle up, have a referees meeting. You know, like listen, this is what we calling in this series. You got to call the same thing, right?
But I mean,
but here's the thing. To Marcus's point, right? I think they are going to try to stretch it out to 7 games because it's more money, more revenue, right? Because listen, that was egregious. Like I seen it from my couch, right? So if I could see it, I know the referee saw it.
And you got replay.
Yeah.
And you got replay.
Here's also what I'll say. And to make this thing simple and as simple as can be, just across the league, if you see the arm go out, it's an offensive foul. Just it shouldn't even be a question. It should be an offensive foul. And then if anybody's hooking anybody to where you can actually see them stop their progression of movement, then it should be automatically a foul. Shouldn't be no issues. Don't get me wrong. I understand the flow of play. Well, if you want the full flow of play to be great, then stop fouling. Stop fouling. We got to let guys be as good as they're supposed to be. We can't hinder them to a sense where, okay, this game he's great because we're not going to call nothing. This game is great because I'm going to call something. Then that's no longer the player's control of the game, it's the referees.
Let me play devil's advocate.
Go ahead.
And this is not my opinion. I'm just playing devil's advocate. In the season, we talked about how they didn't play defense. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I've been watching the playoffs, and they've been having some good defensive teams. So, I mean, man, sometimes, man, we may get this because I surely don't want to see them just let people score your ball game. I don't want to see that. Like, I'm complaining about the fouls, yes, but I also like the defense, bro. Ooh.
No,
hey,
I agree with you.
Hey,
I'm
bro,
okay
these teams playing defense, man. And these might be between San Antonio and OKC, man. We talking about the top 3 teams in defense, bro. Like, bro, they could play.
You know what I love about this whole situation? No, you're absolutely right. And I like the aggressiveness of the game, like bump fouls and stuff like that. I'm okay with, right? Riding the hill,
Yeah.
right? Little hand checking, I'm okay with. But when I'm trying to jump and you got me by my arm, or I'm trying to jump and you got my whole waist, right? Like that's beyond, you know, playing physical brand basketball. But let me ask you this: Don't you love the chip on Wemby's shoulder? Right? Because Wemby came out and he was like, listen, that was supposed to be my MVP, right? Now they're talking about somebody else being a runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year. So I'm gonna show y'all that I'm the MVP. I'm the Defensive Player of the Year. He's like, listen, I'm every award should have been mine this year. That's how Wemby feels. He's like, nobody else should have.
And he don't like Chet.
Yeah, hey, my man does not like Chet. And I think Chet is I think Chet is intimidated by the dude. I don't think Chet wants no business biscuits on the same floor. Matter of fact, when he eat dinner, he see him come in the restaurant, he go through the back.
Listen,
man, don't do Chet like that, bro.
No, man, I don't know, man.
Listen, Wemby done got Chet's
gonna be on the
number.
Olympic team.
Look. Wemby done got Chet's phone number. He called him at 12 o'clock, talking about I'm gonna kill you tomorrow. Like he going at him. Chet getting messages at 1:30 a.m. talking about you better be ready to lace up tomorrow. Now, he in his
and
head,
he getting it in French.
Yeah, he got translated.
Right.
He like, hey babe, what that say?
Right. No, he used a Google translator. I know he ain't just say that. I know he did. But let's move on to our next topic, man. That was a great topic, man. Speaking of changes, man. You guys know the NFL season is going to start here shortly, and in about another month or two, we'll have preseason ball. And I ask you guys, um, basically, things change. So, with that being said, which one of the NFL's current top 5 teams won't finish the season there, and which which one of the bottom 5 teams most likely will climb out of the basement? I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown of who the top 5 is and who the bottom 5 is, so you guys can have an idea, and then we can make a calculated choice. My computer acts right. I got the top 5 as 1 the Seahawks, 2 the Patriots, 3 the Jaguars, 4 the Broncos, 5 the Texans. I have the bottom 5 as the Jets is last, the Raiders, the Cardinals, the Titans, the Browns. If you guys had to choose, I'll start with you, Coach. Who you got in that top 5 that won't be there, and then who you have in that bottom 5 that will no longer be there?
Man, I want to say the Broncos just cause, but I think they're gonna be all right, man. Because Sean Payton normally picks up people in June, so they're gonna fill some pieces in June. But I'm saying the Patriots. Drake May was, can we say, the second worst quarterback like in the playoffs last year? They just won, but he's a turnover machine, bro.
No, you're right. Like, that's hard to. You're absolutely.
They had the easiest strength of schedule.
Yeah, man, because he's a turnover machine, bro.
Yeah, but he also. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Like, that's hard to say because he made it to a Super Bowl.
Let me ask you this: Jameis Winston threw 31 touchdowns for a season, but what was on the other end of that?
30 interceptions.
Okay. So you can't say, oh, well, man, look at the throws he done made. Yeah, but look at the turnovers. And
I agree.
And we don't. So
that's how I feel about Castle.
Ooh, man, bro. Ooh.
And who you got out that bottom 5 that's making a rise?
That's making a rise?
Yeah.
I don't see the Jets being that bad, bro. I'm not saying that they moving up the playoffs, but I don't see them being last.
Whew, that's it. Hey,
you said the Jets?
That's what he said. That's what he said. Hey, y'all got to hear first. Hey, that's a hot take right there.
Yeah, that's a hot take. Put some money on that.
Yeah.
And we talking about that they might get them a quarterback. So, because I don't think that your boy gonna be the quarterback. So,
I disagree, Justin. I actually think the Seahawks are gonna be fine.
Shit, they're gonna be good.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be a decent team too. Who you got? Who you got, Jones?
In the words of my good brother Dave Chappelle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all 5 of them out.
Whoa! Oh, okay. And this is okay. This is interesting. Oh man! So who?
Well, let's talk about it. So
okay, yeah.
So I think Sam Darnold, is kind of like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, just like what's the young man's name for Minnesota? 9 and what's his alter ego?
I can't think of his name right now.
Who, the quarterback?
Yeah.
See, we can't even think of his name.
Yeah, JJ McCartney.
JJ McCarthy. Yeah. So we're about to see the old Sam Darnold. He gonna revert back. He's off his super serum. And
he lost his offensive coordinator.
Yeah. So I think actually he's gonna turn into a pumpkin. He gonna do what Geno Smith did. right? He's gonna have one great season, and he's gonna revert back. And next year he'll be playing for the Raiders.
I'll disagree because he's put together 2 great seasons, and I think he's found his rhythm of how to play football. And it helps that you have Jackson Smith-Njigba there too, and Rashee Rice. I thought their offensive line.
No, not Rashee Rice.
No, Rashee Rice.
I'm sorry.
Going to jail.
Rashid Shaheed. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is going to jail. Wow. But I feel like their offensive line, it was way ahead of schedule. They weren't supposed to be that good that fast. And they found it. Did they lose their running back? Yes. Did they lose a few pieces on defense? Yes, but not to the point where it's going to hurt them. They got some pieces where they're going to be fine. So
hot take, they go 10-7 and still don't make it.
Ooh.
So, all right. So Seahawks out. Patriots. I agree with what Coach just said, and I think they're going to play to the level of their number 1 wide receiver's last name.
Man, next topic.
Look, all right, hold on. Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence, man, listen, he's been trying to get it right since he got into the NFL, right? I seen a video of him cutting his hair the other day.
No, he didn't. It was a prank.
Well, he should have did it. And maybe the change would have done him some good. So I think he's going to be exactly who he's been. And that's a overhyped quarterback who doesn't make the playoffs. Then we got the Broncos. Bo Nixon.
He did make the playoffs twice.
Huh?
He did make the playoffs twice.
What year? Do you remember?
He went to the AFC Championship.
When?
What it was, a couple years back, and then they made the playoffs last year, huh?
Who?
The Jaguars.
Oh yeah, remember they lost to the Patriots.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, my bad.
Man, don't do that boy like that. Man, don't do sunshine like that.
It don't feel like they've been to the playoffs.
Yeah, and he made the AFC Championship.
Yeah, that was Doug Peterson's first year.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Well,
they don't do sunshine like that, bro.
Listen, they still. Do you have faith in the Jacksonville Jaguars?
No, that's actually my team. That's not going to be in the top 5.
Mm-hmm. And then the Texans. You saw what CJ Stroud did last year, man.
But
come on, stop.
Bro, they got the best defense in the league.
I was about to say the same thing, man. I think.
Well, the Browns had a good defense too. You see what we did.
I will say this: if CJ Stroud doesn't play well in those first 5 games, I think they'll be calling for Mills early.
They're gonna be calling Cleveland saying, "Hey, can we have Deshaun Watson back?"
No, I don't think so. But
so let me just move to my team out of the bottom 5. I'm gonna surprise you, man. I'm gonna go with Oakland. I think they did enough in the offseason to make a splash. So, and they're gonna have a pretty soft schedule. So, I'm going with Oakland.
Okay.
They gotta stay healthy, bro.
And another hot take, man. Cam Ward and what is the gentleman's name that just got drafted from Ohio? Cardell Tate. It ain't gonna work. Hot take. He gonna have 700 yards, 4 touchdowns.
I'm gonna say this. I have the Jags as my team not to be in the top 5. As the coach said, Duval, or whatever he said it or how he said it, it just won't be. He's gonna be upset because they're gonna get a much harder schedule. They're gonna play a lot tougher teams, and I feel like their whole division has improved. They barely was getting past. They only got past the Texans because CJ Stroud played like poop. And I if he plays just halfway better than that, they win that division. Indianapolis, they got lucky. Everybody got lucky that Indianapolis lost their quarterback. If they don't lose their quarterback, I think they ultimately win that division. And then I think Tennessee does improve. I think if Tennessee improves enough to beat a couple of those teams at least once. So I think the Jags ultimately are going to be the team to fall out the top 5. The bottom 5, I agree with both of y'all. I can see the Jets being much better than what they were last year, solely because they're going to have quarterback play. We knocked Geno, but then when we start hearing the stories that are coming out of Las Vegas with coaches calling plays that nobody knows, dog, imagine being in a huddle, like for real. Imagine Coach Jones. Imagine being in a huddle. He called slim right 32 beep beep wide receiver go, and you like, bro, I've never heard this before, and we got 30 seconds on the play clock. Like what are you supposed to do? And this didn't just happen one time. This happened multiple times.
Let me also add to your justification, sir. Imagine your offensive line coach not showing up to practice.
Say it again.
Hey, Pete, where your son at? Oh man, he gonna be here about 30 minutes. He gonna be here for the film work. Like, what about the technique? Who running practice? No, y'all need it. Don't worry about it. I got it.
And I think that's a bet. It made Geno Smith look way worse than what Geno Smith was. We saw what Geno was. Geno was a guy who would make timely throws. Don't get me wrong, he still put the ball in harm's way from time to time, but he wasn't putting it in harm's way as they was making him look like he was putting it in. And his like you said, his offensive line was atrocious. They talking about they didn't have no scheme. They was just going out there just blocking cats.
So my question really, man, and I'm being all the way serious, right? When you're a professional team and you're professionals and you have professionals that have been on other teams, and then they get to Oakland and they see that happen, right? Like, how can you as a professional try to go out and put together the best game possible when you know that your team isn't on one accord, right? Nobody knows what they're doing.
Say it
A
again.
paycheck.
No, I get it, but you also have to play the game in such a way that you don't get hurt to where you're messing up the rest of your money.
Oh, I agree with you.
They know, Jones. They know what it is. They signed with Oakland. With Las Vegas. They knew what it was.
So I would agree with you with the regime before that. But when you bring in a Hall of Fame coach, right, and Pete Carroll, who's known for defense and putting together a pretty good offensive scheme, you have some type of hope, right, that they're at the point where they're about to turn it around, right? But
look who he hired. Look who he hired as coaches. That ain't the same Pete Carroll that we know.
No, it agreed. But if they hire Freddie Kitchens, right? If Freddie Kitchens is your head coach, you're like, okay, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I don't get hurt this season. But I think there was a small, and the only reason I say that is because I have a few friends that are Raiders fans, and when they hired Pete Carroll, they was like, okay, here we go, right? There was a small glimpse of hope, but kind of like Browns fans right now. Right, they're like, okay, Todd Monken. Okay, he came from Baltimore.
No,
we Listen. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing. Now I know what I'm gonna get because all the luster and all the shine falls right off these coaches as soon as they get.
I'm gonna tell y'all this in one time and one time only. He was okay when they said let's take Derrick Henry out against the Patriots, and he was on a 200-yard pace. That's all I'm gonna say. And then he's gonna say, I wish I had my running back in. My guy, aren't you the offensive coordinator? You should be saying, hey, why is Derrick Henry not on the field? Yeah, all right. That's it.
Hey man, let me ask y'all this question: who y'all surprise team next year?
The Giants. I think the Giants gonna be significantly better.
Okay, Jones, who you got?
No, that's a pretty good pick to get Malik Neighbors back. Brand new coaching staff.
Isaiah Likely at the
Good
tight end.
Isaiah Likely. I mean, you got two first round draft picks on the defensive line. If they can coach Jackson Dart not to put himself in harm's way and to keep him on the field, yeah, I could see that working. Surprise team. I'm looking. I mean, listen, the Bears pop back up. You know, they did what they were supposed to do this year. The Bills are going to be the Bills. Let's see. Surprise team.
I'm gonna give y'all
Who's
a
there?
hot take. I'm gonna give y'all something, y'all. This is just for now. They're gonna regret letting what's his name go for the Bills. What's his name? What was the head coach?
McDermott?
Yes, Sean McDermott,
Sean
right?
McDermott?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sean McDermott.
I got a feeling that I don't know if what's his name? The offensive coordinator who's not a head coach.
Brady.
Yeah. I don't know if you know how you have the coach that is a real good play caller at offensive coordinator, then you put them at head coach and they become trash.
They call the piece. Yeah.
AKA McDaniels. Yeah, I got a feeling this he might be that guy. I'm just saying. But let's move on.
Hold on real quick. So I'm looking at it. I got the Vikings. I'm looking at the Vikings. I'm looking at the Falcons. But the team I'm going to take, and you heard it here first, Coach, New Orleans Saints. New Orleans Saints. Y'all just got Jordan Tyson.
He got the same issue as the rest of the team.
Yeah, well, see.
Am I lying, Coach? Coach, am I lying?
Hey, listen. You heard it here first. They're going to be healthy.
I think they feel worse
and
than
they
the
make
Jets
it to the playoffs. Hey, you heard it here first. They're going to be healthy, and they're going to make it to the playoffs.
Okay. Okay.
All right, gentlemen, let's move on to our next topic. Speaking of finals, and we got the Eastern Conference Finals currently going on. Man, I know what everybody's going to talk about because it was fundamentally seen. But I ask you guys, what's your reaction to the Cavs versus Knicks Eastern Conference Final showdown? Who's got the momentum and why? I'll start with you, Coach, because I already know what Jones going to say.
Man, New York, bro, man, they beating the brakes off these people right now. Like, man, the game almost over. And this is what I'm going to say. Tom Thibodeau is a good coach. I don't like his rotation, as in you go to the playoffs and you play a max of 7 people. That's how people get injured, and you don't have people for longevity. But I understand he tried to maximize those 7 people. But I think that Mike Brown is a better, like, overall coach. Like in this new age of basketball, they like to score. So I'm seeing the Knicks kind of be more efficient this year, and that's helping them play better defense because they got some cats on their team, and one in particular that can't really play one-on-one defense, but he's a team defensive guy. But when it come one-on-one, they about to pick on him. And we talking about Brunson, but he's also small. I think Cleveland. Who?
No, go ahead.
No. I think Cleveland has the best team on paper. When you look at their lineup and you look at what they could be, man, you like, man, they should be number one seed.
Agreed.
But they have some deficiencies. One of them is defense.
Allergic.
And that's kind of bad for Kenny Atkinson because that's what he kind of known for. And I think that this current Cleveland team takes bad shots, man. Like these cats try to get into a rhythm, and it's like, okay, y'all volume shooters, and it's not working for them. You got to be up efficient, man, when you get to the playoffs. I'm watching some cats who I know could be 20, 30-point scores for these teams that's winning, like New York and San Antonio. They being efficient and only getting about 17, 18 a game, but their teams are winning. Same thing with OKC. Man, we know Shea gonna get his numbers, but those other guys are yet efficient. But in this series right here, man, New York is on the road, and we're not gonna act like Mike Brown didn't bring a team to the finals already, man. I mean, let's be honest.
Here's what I say before I kick it over to Jones. You're absolutely right with the team defense because Jalen Brunson is just as equally as bad as the other dude that's on the other side.
I mean, say his name, James Harden.
Oh no, because I know Jones is gonna say it. I'm just leaving it for him because I know he's that's what he's going. He about to attack James. He about to attack Strip Club Jimmy. That's what he about to do. He about to go at him. I'm just saying, you're absolutely right. Coaching has made a big difference in this series in the aspect of Mike Brown making adjustments because he was not leaving Jalen Brunson on an island by himself to guard either James Harden or Donovan Mitchell. So with that being said, you would have thought the other side would have been equally as smart to do the same, but they didn't. So right now, I feel like they're just being out coached right now. Mike Brown is out coaching Kenny Atkinson right now, and that's actually the difference in this series. But I'll leave it at that. Go ahead, Coach. Before we pass it to Jones, who you got and how many games?
Man, I got the Knicks in 5.
I think I got the Knicks as well. I think the Knicks are going to go ahead and make it to the finals just to upset New York.
Man, the TV rating is about to be crazy.
Yeah, but I don't think they match up anywhere well with any of the two teams on the other side. But
so you switching up on us? I remember you said the Cavs. You said the Cavs was going to get it.
I did.
You taking New York now?
Yeah, man. As I watch them play, it looks like they didn't make the defensive adjustments I thought they should have made. And with that being said, sometimes you just got to eat your words, and I'm eating them.
And then it was a blowout today.
Yeah, but they had everybody show up this game besides Brunson. So we'll see what it look like when they go to Cleveland.
Saturday, baby, at 7:00.
Agreed, Marcus. Agreed. Jones, do your thing, man.
Yeah. So listen, since I'm going last, I ain't gonna hit him as hard as I was going to, but here's the thing. Hold on. First and foremost, let's give it up to Mike Brown. I'm so excited to see him bounce back. I think he's caught a lot of flack over the years as far as him being a good head coach. There's a running joke that said he's the best interviewer in the history of anybody because that dude will lose a job and be a head coach in 2 years and not go win anything. So I'm happy to see him kind of bounce back. Listen, to me, and I want to know what the folks in the chat think. Jay, it's going to be hard to win when you got two guys that are the same person on the same team. I feel like Donovan Mitchell is just another James Harden. You know what I mean? I just feel like he's someone who doesn't show up in the playoffs, or he does just enough to think, for you to think that he's good, and then the team that he's on loses. And for me, you don't trade and you don't bring in James Harden just to score 15 points a game in the playoff series. Like, where's the rest of this? Go ahead.
Let's pause it right there.
Go ahead.
They brought in James Harden to get them further in the playoffs, which he did. Which that's
didn't they make it to the? Didn't they make it this far? With
no
Donovan Mitchell and
no.
Nah, what, they made a second round?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they made it a little further. They made it one series.
That
further.
was the goal to bring them in, is to get a deeper playoff run, which they currently have now. Nope. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, but you can't knock it and say you don't make that trade. If you made the trade for a deeper playoff run and you got what? A deeper playoff run, Jones. That's what you brought them there for. Okay. So you got what you asked for.
Okay. Yeah. No. Bravo. Bravo. You made it. You made it one more series than you did the last year.
But he really don't even need to score that much. I mean, man, you still got Mobley. Man,
hold on, sir. What do you mean he don't need to score that much? He getting abused on defense. He got to make up for something. Listen, Cat. Listen, they threw it to. Look, they switched off on the pick and roll. He was guarding Cat. Cat looked at him and he didn't do a jab step. He just dribbled right past him. Easy bucket. Should have been an and one.
And we talk about Cat, who, if you bump him, he flopping.
He in the first and second row, you touch him the wrong way.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
Come on, man. You seen it. Blew right past him. Layup, left hand. Easy work.
He turned to look. Oh, James.
Yeah. What you doing over here? Listen.
No.
Listen, Josh, you a coach. You a coach, right?
I'm a defensive coach too. I hate that.
And listen, I know it's killing you. It's killing you. And you just talked about defense. And the defense that you're talking about, because I think you tried to spread it across the series. The defense you're talking about is in one series right now, and that's the Spurs and OKC.
Mm-hmm. No, but they also playing good. They playing good team defense in the Eastern Conference game.
I like how you put that.
No, I mean, bro, you can't, bro, man. They got some teams that got that grit, and then they got some teams that they play technical, bro. They're gonna play good team defense. They're gonna take charges. They're gonna move with the ball. They're gonna be in the right places. No. No.
He's a part of the team, right?
James Harden.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this real quick, and then I'll let you say what you're going to say, Marcus. Both of you gentlemen coach, and I think both of you gentlemen coach basketball at some point, at some level, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you see that guy who can't guard nobody, what do you tell your team to do?
Go at him. You better not pass it.
Whoever he's guarding is getting buckets.
I'm putting them on the island.
It's ice. Is it ice?
Everybody go to the other side.
Right.
Go get you some popcorn.
Listen, Mark. I heard Marcus. I see Marcus say zone in the chat. Even in zone, those cats get left.
Ooh.
They got sloppy footwork. Their eyes are wrong. Right. They get their eyes caught in the wrong spot, and they still getting scored on. Even
James
with
in the concrete.
James Harden doesn't play enough defense. And when I say enough, is in the essence of just giving a better effort. He doesn't give you that. And when he doesn't give you a better effort, this is how they get blown out in games. He's not even trying to play defense.
Bro, you just got to be in the right spot.
No, let me give you the prime one. Let me give you the prime example. What's his name that play? Who's the little small guard for the Knicks who wear the headband? Is it
That's
Hart?
Alvarado.
No, it's Hart. It's Hart. I'm thinking of Hart. Hart
Oh, so
came
you're thinking
down.
about the big guard.
Hart don't have no bag or nothing. Like he doesn't have a true bag. You feel me? Hart went into James. James just led. And he rolled off of him, got the layup, and I was sitting there like, James, are you going to even pinch him? Something. Because Josh, it's horrible, bro.
Listen, I'll say this. Because, and I also seen in the chat, Marcus said, the 3-2?
Yeah.
He getting abused with the pick and roll in the 3-2 zone. They still running pick and roll on the pick and roll on James Harden in the 3-2.
Man, you still got to play defense, bro.
This right here, I'll talk about when the summer hits.
Yeah.
But I digress. Because he has a lot of choices. And more than likely, I expect him to go there. But that's something we'll talk about later on down the road. Let's finish up real quick with one more of our topics. It's been a crazy one, man. It's definitely been a crazy one. So all of us watch sports, and we all have like a very diverse background in sports, being able to talk about watching football. Jones said your first love was baseball. Coach, you've been coaching for a minute. You and I've been talking sports for a long time. And one of the main questions or main things we think about is we always talk about the superstar, but who's that guy that's a glue to the team that nobody ever really talks about? So I asked you guys a specific question, and that question was, who's the most underrated guy you've seen? So let me rephrase that question a little bit better. It basically says, when you look across all sports that you watch, who's the most underrated athlete out there? The one people sleep on way too much. And that's for you guys too in the chat. Let me know. Jones, I'll start with you, man.
No, I'm gonna kick it over to Coach and see what he has to say on this, because I was still thinking about it prior to jumping on the pod. So, Coach, you go ahead.
If y'all
Are we
want me to
talking
start,
about?
I can start. It's just in general. Just in general.
Just in general, I'm gonna name you one, and he played for you up a long time. Just retired. I actually have two. One is Udonis Haslem.
I like that.
He is a guy that you like to go to work with. He gonna pull his weight.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna do what he needs to do. He's gonna protect his workmates around him. He's gonna work hard, even though he's not getting paid the supervisor pay. So, I got UD, man, and just hearing stories about like him on these podcasts. He did some things in practice. He led by example. He uplifted his teammates. So, man, I like those kind of things, bro. Those make good guys. I'm gonna tell you up another guy that he's a celebrity, but you hear stories now of him, and it's like, oh, I don't think he was that good. And let me not put it like that. I don't think he was on that level. And this is baseball. Of doing it a whole season. But he was a gamer. He was a gamer. And I'm talking about Derek Jeter.
What? You talking about the El Captain?
Yeah.
Underrated?
Man,
underrated? We talking about the dude who signed with
he's a
Jordan.
celebrity.
Hey, Marcus. Well, since that's his guy, I'm going with Shohei.
No, man.
We talking about Derek
Okay, so we
Jeter? No, okay, you're
no
gonna
man.
have to
So we talking
explain that
about
a little bit.
okay,
Explain that a little
okay.
bit
So we
better to
talking
me.
about Derek Jeter was
Jerry
doing
Jones.
stuff like Barry Bonds. He was
No,
going up there knocking stuff out the park.
no,
No, bro. Like
but
when it
who
was
played
time
better
to make a
defense?
big, huh?
Who played better defense overall over their career?
I mean, bro, man, we talking about Golden Gloves. Both of them were Golden Gloves,
Yeah,
bro.
at some point they were, correct? Yeah.
Yes,
Um,
yeah.
who? Man, that's hard, bro. That's that. I
No,
mean,
no.
you know what?
And he's a celebrity.
I get what you're saying. You know what? You could be absolutely correct, and you know what? He's right, and let me tell you why. The only reason why Derek Jeter was so big is because who he played for.
Yes,
He played for the Yankees. He wasn't the best hitter. He wasn't the best defensive guy.
he
Also,
was a good defensive guy. Now let's
no, but
not go there.
he wasn't the he played his position well.
Yes,
But he
yes, yes,
also played probably the most famous position at that time besides
yes,
pitcher, which was shortstop,
yes,
right?
yes. And to say that he was a minority playing shortstop, that was big. And
Okay,
for the
I get
Yankees.
what you're saying. You have to go a little bit more in depth in that to me.
Yeah.
And you did. Okay.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, man, we never looked at him as he about to knock one out the park. No, man. Like, he was that guy that you was like the glue guy. Like, that's why they call him El Capitan.
But I feel like he got his due diligence. Like I feel like he got his
Well,
credit
yeah.
when he was with
And I
them.
also feel like this. He was also a celebrity. So
I mean, he played for the Yankees. I mean,
yeah, yes. Yes, but you said underrated glue guy. Like, bro.
I'm gonna give you mine because I got somebody like that. Well, I got two guys like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you guys my first one. I felt like he's the all-time leader in rushing yards in the NFL, right?
Okay.
But when you think of top 5 running backs, he's not in my top 5 running backs. I don't know about you guys.
Who you talking about, Emmett?
Yeah, is Emmett in y'all top 5 of running backs? I'm being be honest. Just be honest.
Now,
I think that's situational. I think depending on who
now
you
20
are,
years later, no.
I don't think he's a top. I don't even when he broke the record. I didn't think he was a top 5 running back. I think there were guys better than him. They just didn't play long enough, and that gives me to my other guy, Barry Sanders. Who? Barry Sanders didn't
you
have
said underrated.
Yeah, dog. Okay, they don't talk about. See, we know Barry Sanders is now.
Yeah.
If you look at Barry Sanders now to this young generation, and you ask them who Barry Sanders is, they have no idea who Barry Sanders is. We know of Barry Sanders.
Yeah, that's true.
We watched and saw what he did with no O-line when the Lions were garbage. Like the only time people watched the Lions was to see Barry do what Barry did. We got to remember Barry only played a select few years, and he was running amok.
Well, if that's the case, you gotta throw Terrell Davis in there.
No, you can. I believe it. I believe he's a underrated guy.
He is, and he played with a superstar. So say with John Elway.
Marcus said Scottie Pippen. I get it. Yeah, no, I get it to a certain extent. Because when we talk about Michael, we have to talk about Scottie. Am I correct?
You got to. I keep saying, name me a better small forward in the 90s.
Yeah. I think when you talk about Michael, you have to talk about Scottie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I said Barry Sanders because we know Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest. From the last 6 years, he say I'm being sarcastic. Don't be that guy right now. I'm saying Barry Sanders because this new generation has no idea who Barry is. Like when you start mentioning running backs, it's AP, it's McCaffrey, it's Derrick Henry, It's, oh man, Jahmyr Gibbs. What they don't know is Barry Sanders was doing all of that without an all O line on probably the worst team in the NFL. And I'll be wanting to tell those guys. And then because he didn't play that long, which I probably wouldn't have played that long either. He walked away from the game when he was at the peak. And if you listen to when they talk about running backs now, they rarely bring his name up anymore. It's never brought up in that category because you now have the APs, you now have the Derrick Henrys who's doing it for longer periods of times and moving up the chart list. So, you know, I even throw another one out there in the name of a dude who's a killer, OJ, baby. He could kill you on the field.
We gotta go to the next topic.
He was a killer, am I lying? Hey, what?
Jones, what you got, Jones? Jones, what you got, Jones?
Listen, I'm just, because when we talk about underrated, I'm thinking about somebody that, you know, like when I say the name, you're like, oh man, I forgot about him, or man, I didn't even think about him. And Barry Sanders is that one's kind of hard for me, man. So is Derek Jeter, but I'm gonna take it a different route, man. So I know we had brought up basketball. So if we're talking about basketball, I'm gonna take it to the and grant me a little liberty here because I'm answering a different question. Somebody who should have been great, man, who was severely underrated, and I think his circumstance, his off the court circumstance, hindered him from being as great as he should have been, and that's Michael Beasley, right? And Michael Beasley now is kind of getting the recognition that he deserved in some of these one-on-one tournaments and some of these podcasts when he was able to talk about it. Derek Fisher, oh man, no, brother. I would have rather you said Brian Shaw. I don't know if you remember Brian Shaw from Orlando.
What about Eddie Jones, man?
No, great one. Eddie Jones is my answer. Forget me saying Michael Beasley. Eddie Jones, Dennis Scott,
Tex Winters.
Yeah.
Man.
There was some guys out there, man, when you actually take a look and you really sit and think about who they were. Mike Allstott.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very underrated as a running back.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Hell, Larry Johnson, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It's some guys
Chris Johnson.
Yeah.
Kerry Kittles.
Yeah, I like Kerry.
You remember Kerry Kittles?
No. Before we go, let's answer this question, or let's answer this statement by Marcus because he says something.
What's up?
Here's he says, based off how y'all going, 50 years from now, Jordan will be underrated because they won't know him. Wrong, and let me tell you why. There's a Jumpman logo on your jersey, right? On the jersey, there's a Jumpman logo on their feet. Who has the #1 selling basketball shoe of all time? Yeah, there's a booty by the name of Michael Jordan. Now, kids now know who Michael Jordan is for his shoes, but now they're starting to understand that Michael Jordan was a basketball player, and if they want to go and look and see who Michael Jordan is, they can. Michael Jordan will never be underrated in that aspect because he has too much other things outside of basketball that we know of. Just at that point for Marcus.
So let me say this real quick because I know we got to go. I understand what Marcus is saying because if you talk to any of these young kids right now, you know they all cooked because they don't know nothing about Magic Johnson. They don't know anything about Larry Bird. They don't know how good Bill Russell was. They don't know that Bill Russell was a player and a coach. And they look at, so they got videos of these young kids looking at old clips of, you know, older players. And all they say is, you know, if they were playing now, they'd be cooked. But You know, there's a handful of people, to your point, Marcus, who will transcend generational gaps, right? Jordan being one of them, right? And as long as they continue to sell his shoe, then they will know who he is, right? But when we're talking about the Muggsy Bogues and the Alonzo Mournings and the Grant Hill was, you know, the players of today back then. You know what I mean? But injury is what kept him out from being great. They don't even know about Tracy McGrady. Tracy McGrady was a great player. You know what I mean? Anthony Hardaway. Yeah, Lil Penny, right? But, you know, in the next 50 years, to Marcus's point, you know, if we're judging by that criteria, you know, a lot of those great players, I guess you could call them underrated if you talk about the evolution of basketball. So I understand both points.
Yeah. Hey, man, I do want to say appreciate Marcus and Justin in the chat, man.
Thank y'all, baby.
Y'all coming out, making this delightfully fun. We'll continue. Football's almost here, guys. Football's almost here, so we'll jump into that segment a little deeper when we get a little bit closer, more like in July. We'll probably pick winners, go over schedules, things of that nature. So if you got a team or somebody you want us to look at, talk about, we'll definitely get into that. Make sure you shoot it over to us. Thank you for checking in with us tonight. You guys give a send-off so we can go ahead and get out of here. Coach, send off. Jones, send off.
Bye, man.
Thank y'all so much.
Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yep. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a
See
good
y'all
one.
next week, baby.
Good night.